Sense Talk. My name is Brandon, I'm your host. Let's get started. The Ottawa Senators are playing against the Boston Bruins tonight in a very important game, the most important game of the season. But let's start. Start talking about the Sens versus Calgary game, which still kept the Senators in the playoff hunt if they would have won this game, or if they did win this game. So this game did end up going to the shootout. So in the beginning, it was Alex Chiasson with his 10th goal, assisted by David Legwand to make it 1-0 Senators. And then Milan McCulloch from a back pass behind the net from Mark Spones and Milan McCulloch. He just tipped it in. And then it was also assisted by Eric Greiba. It was 2-0 Senators. That was scored with 7 seconds left in the period. And it was 2-0 Senators after 1. Mark Borowiecki slammed it home for his first goal of the season, assisted by Eric Condra. And then Mike Hoffman scored a beautiful bar-in goal, assisted by Mika Zibanejad and Cody Ceci. That made it 4-0. As you probably know, the Calgary Flames always come back, but it's a 4-0 lead. The Sens should be okay with this one, right? Not so much. Joe Colborne scored, assisted by Matt Station, to make it a 4-1 game. Then Chris Russell scored, assisted by Jerry Hitler and Sean Monahan, to make it an interesting game. It was a 4-2 game. Michael Backlund scored, assisted by Mason Raymond and Derek Engelland. 4-3 game? Who knows? Then to tie the game, it was Chris Russell, Johnny Gaudreau, and Jerry Hudler to make it a 4-4 game with 3 minutes to go. No score was in the third period, in the OT period. Here's the shootout. Mika Zibanejad stopped by Hiller. Joe Colborne stopped by Anderson. Bobby Ryan stopped by Hiller. Johnny Gaudreau, a beautiful goal by Anderson. Kyle Turris to keep it going, scored. There was a goal by Turris. Sean Monahan stopped by Anderson. Mike Hoffman was stopped by Hiller. David Schlemko missed the net. Milan McCulloch scored a beauty. Yuri Hutler keeping it alive, scored on Anderson. Eric Carlson scored a top shelf beauty. And to tie the shootout, George Joris stopped by Anderson, and the Sens escaped the comeback loss. A 5-4 win for the Senators. 3 stars of the game was Mike Hoffman, Chris Russell, and Eric Carlson. Now here goes the most important game of the night, the Senators versus the Boston Bruins. This game is on 7:30 p.m. Eastern Time on RDS2 and TSN5. I would like to say thank you to Patrick for giving me and my friend Noah and I free tickets to the Sens game tonight. So thank you again, the biggest game. So the Senators try to cut gap on Bruins in playoff chase. If the Sens don't win this game and the next game they're playing against the Bruins, which is on the 19th, they're out of the playoffs and for sure. Bruins are 33-22-10. Senators are 30-23-11. So they're really good so far. And Boston, whatever that. The Boston region, you could watch it on NESN. Senators lineup. Well, Bruins lineup: Brad Marchand, Patrick Bergeron, Riley Smith, Milan Lucic, Ryan Spooner, David Pastrnak, Chris Kelly, Carl Soderberg, Lou Erickson. Apparently, David Pastrnak on Twitter followed 2 porn sites. Oh, that's good for a young guy when there's a lot of people following him, though. It was all over the news. Anyway, Daniel Pyle, Gregory Campbell, Max Talbot, defenses Daniel Chara, Dougie Hamilton, Troy Krug, Adam McQuaid, Dennis Seidenberg, Matt Bartowski, and starting net is Tuukka Rask. Scratches Brian Ferlin, injured is Brett Cannoli, David Krejci, Kevin Miller, Mark Savard. And the Senators lineup: Milan McCulloch, Kyle Turris, and Mark Stone is on the first line. Second line, Mike Hoffman, Mika Zibanejad, and Bobby Ryan. Third line is Matt Pumple, the rookie, David Legwand, Alex Chiasson. Fourth line is Condra, Jean-Gabriel Pageau, and Curtis Lazar. The defense pairings are Mark Mathot, Eric Carlson, Mark Borowiecki, Eric Greiba, and starting at for Craig Anderson. I do not agree with that whatsoever. Andrew Hammond, the Hamrickler, definitely should have started in net. He's the only reason why we even have a chance for the playoffs. He should be the one playing for us. Anderson's a great goalie, don't get me wrong. Hammond has not lost a game in regulation yet. He's only lost 1 game, and that was in the shootout. And that was a tough shootout against the Wild, which are streaking lately. I don't know why they're not playing Hammond. Plus, Craig Anderson has a horrible record against the Bruins. So, I don't understand what Coach Cameron's logic is there, but that's his opinion. Scratches Colin Reading and Jared Cowan. Injured is Robin Leonard with a concussion, Clark MacArthur with a concussion, Chris Phillips with a back injury, Zach Smith with a wrist injury, Chris Neal with a thumb injury. I think the Senators should be able to pull off a huge win here in the shootout. I think the Sens are going to pull off a 3-2 win here in the shootout and keep their playoff chances alive. Once again, I am going to the game tonight, so I'll try the live tweet, but I might not be able to. I'll be there, and I'll record some stuff for you. I'll see you in the post-game report. Go Sens, go! Once again, the Sens are playing against the Bruins, a pinnacle game. If the Sens lose this game, they're out of the playoff chance front. 7:30 p.m. Eastern Time, RDS2, TSN 5, NESN for the game on TV. Listen to it in English on TSN 1200 with Dean Brown. I'll see you in the post-game report. Go Sens, go!